Hi there. Today we're going to learn grammar, sentences, what is actually a sentence and its types. So let's get started. What is a sentence? A group of words that makes complete sense is called a sentence. It expresses a complete thought or an idea. For instance, blue sky is the. If you look at this, is actually a group of words but does not make a complete sense and is not a complete thought or an idea. Now look at this one. The sky is blue. So this group of words makes a sense, it's a complete thought and thus called a sentence. So we have rearranged the same group of words and thus got a meaningful sentence. And from that sentence it is understood that the color of the sky is blue. Also, every sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. For example, Malaysia has beautiful islands. Can I borrow your calculator? What a wonderful sight. So if you look at these sentences, it starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. Sometimes a group of words makes sense but not complete sense. Such group of words is called a phrase. Example, in the way, favorite silk sari, will be leaving. And another important characteristic of a sentence is it must have a subject and a verb. But there are some cases where the subject is not given but it is understood. Example, place the book there. Here the subject is not included but it is understood. And based on the different expressions, sentences are divided into four types. They are declarative, in other words, a statement. Interrogative asks question. Imperative gives command or makes a request. Exclamatory shows strong feelings or emotions. Now we learn in detail about these types. Type 1, declarative sentence. A declarative sentence states a fact or an idea which can be true or false. It ends with a full stop. It is also known as a statement. Example, they went to the beach for a swim. This is affirmative or positive sentence. They do not go for a swim at the beach, and this is a negative statement. Now type 2, interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence asks a question. It ends with a question mark. Are you going to the beach for a swim? What should we have for dinner? Type 3, imperative sentence. An imperative sentence gives a command or makes a request. It ends with a full stop or an exclamation mark. Example, stop shouting. So this is a command. Please keep your surroundings clean. And this is a request. Type 4, exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence shows strong feelings or emotions. It ends with an exclamation mark. Example, this is such a fantastic idea. How kind you are. So with that is the end of types of sentences. Now we'll look into transformation of sentences. To transform a sentence is to change the form of the sentence without changing its meaning. Example, how amazing the view is. So this is an exclamatory sentence. When you transform or change the same into declarative, so this is what we get. The view is amazing. Another example, aren't we already late for the show? This is an interrogative. When transformed into declarative, we get we might be already late for the show. While transforming an affirmative or positive sentence into a negative sentence, we often use the antonym of the adjective and a negative word. Example, it is a good idea to leave early. Here, the word good is an adjective. So when we change the positive into negative, we use the antonym of the adjective bad and a negative word not. It's not a bad idea to leave early. When changing the negative to positive, we use the antonym of the adjective and remove the negative word. Example, Jack does not drive carelessly. When we use the antonym of the adjective carefully and remove the negative word, we get Jack drives carefully. Sometimes an interrogative sentence can be used to make a polite request. In such a case, although the form of the sentence is interrogative, its function is that of an imperative sentence. Example, could you please open the door for me? Would you please fill in this form? Here, the usage of the word please changes an interrogative sentence to an imperative sentence. Now we'll move on to question tags. Question tags are short questions at the end of statements. They are used to confirm whether something is true or not. Sometimes they are also used by the speaker to emphasize what she or he is saying. With a positive statement, we use a negative question tag. Example, she is polite, isn't she? I am late, aren't I? Here, isn't she and aren't I are used to confirm the statements. Note that for a statement that has I am, the question tag is aren't I and not I am not. With the negative statement, we use a positive question tag. Example, it isn't going to be a problem, is it? There is no money, is there? Sometimes we tend to make some common errors. Examples, they are leaving tomorrow, isn't it? So this is actually incorrect. The correct statement is, they are leaving tomorrow, aren't they? You used to work here, don't you? This is incorrect, and the correct statement is, you used to work here, didn't you? So that's the end of sentences and its types. Hope you like it, and thank